So when the male lead as a child sees main character child suffering, he realizes there's probably more suffering in the world, and he wants to go out and save people, help people, do the righteous and just things, except his teacher won't, which kind of freaks him out, and he's like, wait, this is not what you taught me. You spent 14 years teaching me to do the just and right thing. But his teacher's whole attitude is 180. Like, his teacher starts being cruel, abusive to him. His teacher went from a loving, caring parent to an abusive, controlling parent. He was already controlling beforehand, but it gets 10 times worse. Like, locking him up, not just keeping him in the grounds of the temple, literally locks him up in a literal room. Like, I think a like prison cell, or like kind of like a prison cell, because he wants to leave. Because again, this man had raised him to be a sacrificial lamb. And the main character is just watching all of this, horrified, trying to beg the male lead to leave. The male lead, sooner or later, does escape for 10 days and comes back and tells his teacher everything he has witnessed, and pleads again with his teacher to come with him and do the righteous, just things, which pisses his teacher more off. And he keeps threatening if the male lead leaves, he will have to not be his student anymore. But he also tells the male lead the last time around, during their argument, that if the male lead wants to leave, he has to give back his core, which will kill the male lead. And this is one reason I don't want to show the scene, because you see the male lead put the sword through his own chest, right in front of his teacher, stabs himself to give his teacher his core, his heart. And this is once his teacher finally wakes up and realizes this is his child. This is the child he raised for 14 years, 14 years. This is his beloved, sweet child. This is not a sacrificial lamb. He just realized just too late. So he saves the male lead's life. Again, tells the male lead that the male lead can leave. This time he's giving the male lead permission. But the threat under that he will take the male lead's core if they ever see each other again is there. At least the male lead believes it. Like, the male lead's trust and belief in his teacher is long gone. Like, it is bye-bye, not anymore existing. And the teacher realized his mistake. He wants his child to stay. He wants his child to visit him now. He wants his child to be with him. But he realized, his student realizing what he said to his child's never going to see him again. And he's like horrified. And you're like, how did the teacher know at moments to save the male lead and main character at the moments he did? Is because the male lead's past self had came to this timeline, told his teacher the truth, and his teacher at first didn't believe him until he starts seeing things that the male lead told him about. And he tries getting hold of the male lead to warn the male lead and beg the male lead to come see him. But because the male lead had no belief or trust in him anymore, the male lead didn't, until, they faced off with past version of the main character. And they come to see his teacher, only it's too late. His teacher had already passed, and the male lead realized that if he actually listened and believed to his teacher this time around, trusted his teacher this time around, a lot of things that probably happened wouldn't have happened if he listened or read the letters his teacher was sending him, because his teacher kept begging him, kept getting him to try to come see him, tried to tell him the truth of what happened, and the male lead wouldn't. The male lead wouldn't show up. And now the male lead feels guilty. I'm like, honey, you had no right. You didn't have to trust or believe him. Yeah, he did bring you back from the dead, but at the same time, he almost killed you. Like, no surprise. He raised you as a sacrificial lamb. This scene was horrifying. So they went into a cave to see the truth of the past. See the past. Like, this is when the male lead's getting back his memories. He gets his whole memories back. And they have to relive some of the events that transpired in the past. Specifically, the scenes where the main character forces himself upon the male lead. They have to relive those events while their bodies are being controlled. Like, this is actually happening to them. Like, actually physically happening. Like, the things they're seeing are actually physically happening. So meaning, the main character doesn't get to give the male lead a first chance where he gets to be gentle with the male lead. No, it's horrifying and forced upon. Like, it is terrible. In a way, aren't they both being forced upon? But, like, it's horrifying. Like, these scenes were terrible. It leaves the male lead traumatized and awoken to what happened in the past. Like, he is full on a mixture of both himself and his past self. Like, he is literally terrified after they go through everything. Like, I wanted to rush to my baby, put a bunch of layerings on him, give him a bunch of stuffings, give him tea, give him sweets. I'm like, baby, it's okay. I also wanted to take care of the main character also, because he was terrified too after everything. Like, they were both messed up after this. Like, I was like, no, no, no. Like, how is a relationship gonna work now that the male lead has both his past and his present memories? And he now knows all the things that the main character did. I felt like it would have been better if the main character had told the truth in, like, book 6 when he wanted to. Because, yes, at the end of book 6, he actually was about to tell the male lead the truth. But it was so traumatizing to him that he couldn't speak a word. So the male lead told him, hey, it's okay. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Like, yes. But he should have at that moment told the male lead. Maybe it would have been better than the male lead going through all of this to learn the truth. Like, So this only happens usually with the last book, the final book of the series, but it happened in this one. Look, there is artwork in the flap. I checked the other ones. There are no artwork in the rest of the flaps, but this one has artwork. It is the cover art, while also not being the cover art. You can see little people. I'm pretty sure that is our best girl. And I think this is his teacher, the male lead's teacher. It's blurry, I'm sorry. And then I'm pretty sure the White Moonlight, or the past version of the White Moonlight. Like, I am pretty sure those are what the people are. Best girl, or, best girl's man. Either one of those two. It could be either one, but I think it's best girl. Then his teacher, and then the White Moonlight. Or it could be Heavenling Starling / cousin. I am not sure. Sometimes the characters just blur together and I can't tell them apart. I'm sorry.